saw me like 5 seconds ago in the sort of intro. So it's just me and Gianni. We're the only two out of the Spoopy Dookie gang, our group chat. So we're here to talk about some of the video footage that we caught, as well as, you know, the stuff that happened at the Donkey Lady Bridge.
So eventful.
It was certainly an interesting and excruciating night. So basically, mainly you can't see much in the footage. It's mainly just like us, just kind of like messing around, walking around. So I guess let's start with like when we first get there. You know, there's a couple people there, right? There's a couple cars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the drive for one. Once we got closer,
God,
so the drive, the place.
That's creepy.
Was drive. About what 30, 40.
We drove about 40 minutes from where we live because it's on the south side of San Antonio. It's over by like the Toyota plant.
Yeah.
That's out there.
So once we got really close, it was just like pitch black.
It was
almost.
black. There was no. It was just, you know, two-way only, and there's no street lights. And there's just a lot of, what was it? Was it corn? Was it trees? It was.
I don't remember.
I mean, it's supposed to be like, it used to be like farmland, type stuff, but it was just really dark. There's nothing, and there's just trees. It was just like, you know, if there's a body out there, you probably wouldn't know. In all honesty.
Well, tips for how to hide a body 101.
South side.
Anyway,
please don't come for me.
So the road to get over there, though, it's very windy, and there's just a bunch of trees, like, everywhere you look. And then the trees go over the road, too, almost. So it's like a little tunnel. I was the one driving. I was the chauffeur.
Yeah, you were probably paying more attention than me.
I was so freaked out, because you just see the headlights, and then everything else is just pitch black, and it's just all these trees. Mm-hmm. And then...
That's how it feels like driving in your neighborhood.
It was, yeah.
Every time.
It was scary. It was kind of...
We're like the only ones on the road, so like, goodness forbid anything like happens. Of course, like, we still had, you know, everyone's had phone chargers. We had signal, you know, which is a blessing.
Worst case scenario.
But we were way out there.
Yeah, and then I don't know, somebody started screaming in I think it was Ryan.
In the car?
In the car, because then I started screaming because I was scared. So
I thought because we missed it.
No, I was screaming because I was scared.
Oh no, we were all freaking out. We were all had anxiety because like we were getting closer to it, and we were like, "Is this real?"
Everywhere, and we're like, "Oh my god, it's so scary!" And I was zooming through there because I was just so panicked. And finally, we pull up, and there are a bunch of other people. Well, I mean, like 3-4 other cars there or something like that.
Oh, I think there's at least like 3 other vehicles. One group was just kind of just sitting there just chilling.
Yeah,
like, they had a barbecue pit. They would have been having hot dogs and shit.
And giving hot dogs to the donkey lady. I mean,
probably cooked up the donkey lady.
Cook her up. Donkey burgers.
And then as soon as we're starting going onto the bridge, some guy, he's not running out of there, but he's definitely like fast walking out of there. He's like, "Don't fucking go in there." It's like something was chasing after us, and then like he hops in his car, and then he like speeds off, but pulls off to the side
and parks again near us.
And then like all of his, I guess, the friends or people that he was with, because they were just like they're okay. I forget. It's like, I think Aiden, he just asked him if they like anime.
Aiden, you guys like anime?
Anime? Yeah, like I don't know, they didn't look as shook, but they still looked kind of worried. And, made me worried.
Then we went on the bridge. I was scared at first.
I was definitely a little scared on the bridge.
And then the guys were like yelling at her and stuff.
Yeah, the guys are yelling profanities and, you know, provoking, and they're just being, you know, they're being guys, and they're like, "Oh, like there's eyes, and there's, you know, there's eyes, like look over there." Just like, no, it's the sign.
It's a reflection or something, like it's nothing. And then so we were kind of looking around, and there were trails. You know, because it's a park.
It's a park. It's like in the daytime. It's good for hiking and walking if you're into that. Yeah,
and so we were considering. I think somebody wanted to go, and then I was like, "No, there's snakes."
Well, I mean, we all kind of wanted to go. And fair warning about this park. I'm still not sure what the name of the park is, but if you search Donkey Lady Bridge, is like that's all you're gonna see. You're gonna be able to find it regardless.
Google Maps.
But there are it is a park. It is wildlife. It is a forest. There are a lot of wild animals. There are water moccasins in the water. So if you try to be brave, and by brave I mean stupid.
Like we were.
Well, I mean we didn't go down
in the water.
I was if you try to go down or below the bridge or something, there are water moccasins. They're highly dangerous. There's wild hogs. Wild hogs can be very dangerous as well. And then whatever other wildlife, deer, bucks are not meant to be messed with. There were bunnies, those savage bunnies.
So
terrifying.
Terrifying.
So we go down, we start going one of the trails, and it kind of led to just a dead end. So we're kind of well, that was a bust. It was really short too, and so we decided to turn back, and then there was another fork leading down a separate trail. So we followed that for what? Maybe a good 10, 15
minutes, something like that.
And I don't know about.
Then we got bored. It smelled bad though.
You guys got bored. I got scared. My anxiety was
really?
through the roof.
Oh.
And it not even just about, possibility of supernatural beings. I mean I am into all that, but that's a huge thing.
The real scary thing is creepy people.
Yeah, the scariest thing that you can run into are real people, because it's dark, there's no lights. We got there around 10, so it was still late at night. It was still dark. You don't know who's out there. You never know who's out there, so never do these things by yourself, or even with a group of 2 people. Have a nice group. We had a pretty decent sized group.
It's about 5 of us.
With Aiden being the
big scary
the
guy.
beef of the he'll square up.
Yeah.
And so will Ryan.
Yeah.
And Kevin, me and you, we'll square up, but we'll square up from over here.
You guys handle it. We'll handle it from back here.
Man.
Yeah.
You got this. Square up, donkey lady. So I started getting really scared. Everyone else is braver, but looking around my surroundings, and then of course, seeing videos of what was it? Oh, yeah, when we were watching the BuzzFeed Unsolved, the one with the Goatman's Bridge up in
Denton,
Texas, 4 hours away from us. Because of course, the Goatman is kind of more kind of connected with cults and people that kind of do the real dark stuff. We're not into that. So my whole thing is what if we run into people? What if we run into crazy people on drugs, and we don't know who's out here? And so that's kind of what started getting to me. And then everyone, or I kind of seemed some of the guys were kind of getting annoyed with me. You want to turn back? It's we'll turn back. So I'm kind of I feel bad. Let's just go back to the bridge. So we go back to the bridge, and then we meet up with a group that's just coming in.
We were so close to getting back to the car too. I just think it's so funny.
We were right there.
We were right next to the car.
We were about to
leave, go to Whataburger,
Whataburger good. But where things start going south.
We decided we were gonna try to make friends.
And it was fine for a little bit.
You held hands.
We held hands. Because they were a really good group. Because because I felt bad because we had driven all this way. We only spent 20, almost 30 minutes,
maybe half an hour,
yeah. And so it's you know what, fine. We'll go back on the trail. We'll go a little bit further, and we'll walk with other people. I feel a lot better, being with other people. At the very least, I could sacrifice them too.
Throw them.
Take them.
At the cultists.
They got weed. Oh, man. They got weed. Take their weed.
You better bargain.
Exactly. It's just 2 in 1. And there was this one guy in the group. He was so funny, but I felt so bad for him because he was more scared than I was. I was just come on, man. The guy that was holding my hand, he was someone hold my hand. He was someone hold my hand.
Yeah.
And so we walked the trail, and we walked a lot farther than we did at first. And of course we kind of got to, I guess what is the top part, and the group kind of got separated. Like, we had our group. There was a couple people in there.
Yeah, we ended up
way ahead
with just our group in the end, like the original Spoopy
Dookies. Like, nah, we got ditched.
It was just us again, and we're like, okay, there was no point in us coming out here with these other people because they just
they ditched.
It was little by little because
they faded out.
A little chunk of the other group kind of took off.
They got caught by the donkey lady.
Yeah, and then
we weren't good enough.
No, she didn't like us. But yeah, and then eventually it just went back down to us.
And then we were like, oh, let's go further.
Well, I think at one point we were just trying to see if it would loop around again, but it doesn't. FYI,
it doesn't. So, oh my god.
Yeah.
So we got to this one point where we figured it was like the halfway mark. It was either going to be, like, what was it? It was about a little over a mile back.
I think so.
I think it was supposed to be like, it was like a mile or two. It was like either like we would have turned back and walked around the same distance, or if we kept going forward, like we thought it would have looped back and it would have been the same distance either way. So basically the halfway point. And we thought wrong because we kept on going forward and we walked as far as we could. There was a barricade.
Yeah.
We can't walk to the barricade. And so I definitely got really, really scared because we know where we were. We could have just literally just turned back. But I was just like, how long is it going to take us to get all the way back? And it's just like, and I was like, do I need to call someone? Like, can we somehow like go for like what is going on? So I called one of my friends. I'm just like, I wake them up, I'm just kind of like, we don't know what we're doing. And then I call one of my good friends, Ashley, who you guys have seen before. She's the real MVP. She was tracking me through Snapchat. Yeah. She was dropping pins on Google. She like estimated how long it would take us to go all the way back. So we had to turn all the way around. And you guys, we walked.
It was
almost 6 miles.
Texas weather, hot and humid in October.
Aiden had a shirt off. I nearly had my shirt off. We were sweating, and this is midnight. Like,
no. We ended up leaving there about 1 in the morning.
Late.
Got there about 10. Left at like 1. So
no, it was like we were there for like over 2 hours. That was crazy, and we didn't see shit.
Well, there was one point that Aiden and Ryan were walking ahead of us. Yeah. And this was probably like the highest point of the whole
the biggest like thrill,
the biggest scare. Yeah. Because they were walking ahead, and this was when the other group was still kind of with us.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of separated, but they were close by.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't know. I think one of them started screaming because it was like they heard something.
They saw something.
In the trees and the bushes and stuff.
So like, they just start panicking.
I was
panicking.
following. I mean, I was probably still like a good distance behind them. Yeah. And then I just see Ryan, I hear him, and I see him like running back, and then Aiden's running back. He's like, oh, I saw something. And I was like, what? And they're like, something's in the trees. And then they were just running, and they looked so panicked that it freaked me out. So I started screaming, and we all start running backwards and just like trying to get the heck out of there.
By the way, we ran uphill.
Oh yeah, it was uphill, and it was
I cannot run uphill.
Yeah, it's a good cardio workout that day.
It was, oh god.
Brought salt. Yeah, so she brought salt, and it was like this fairly decently sized canister, and
umbrella girl.
Yeah, and so she was sprinkling it kind of like here and there at the beginning,
kind of like Hocus Pocus style.
Yeah. Yeah, at one point, yeah. And so she eventually ran out, and so it was just like this empty canister, and I don't know at what point this was. I just know we were walking along the path, and she asked Aiden to hold it, and she was like, hey, here, hold my salt. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'll hold it for you. And this boy chunked it off into the woods and littered.
Aiden, I'm highly disappointed.
Sorry, I tattled on you, Aiden. But yeah,
that was my fault. I needed to bring home to my mama. Or at least a throwaway properly.
Yeah,
that would have been nice. No, I hope the donkey lady haunts you in your dreams for littering in her forest.
She just might. I don't know.
Hopefully. One can hope.
But yeah, so it was that was pretty much
it. That's probably why she didn't come out.
Yeah, the salt
I purified the forest a little too much.
Oh, hocus pocus.
The whole hocus pocus. Gotta keep away them evildoers.
This girl means business. I ain't
coming in my forest assault.
Just like
I'll vacate the premises. There's a new sheriff in town. I'm the sheriff. Mm-hmm. I got my sage plant over there.
Don't wanna mess with Sheriff Natalie. She'll get you.
I'm kind of like the whole Beetlejuice thing. I forget.
You say your name 3 times.
Yeah, no, all of it.
And then Sheriff Natalie appears.
Sheriff Natalie appears.
Yeah.
And
a little 10-gallon hat. With a little badge.
It has to be.
And her spurs, just like
got my salt on my holster.
Yeah.
Got my holy water. Got my sage bundles.
Oof. Oh man.
Gonna be all set for
spirits. Don't mess with her.
For the next
mess
time.
You up.
The next forest or Goatman's Bridge. No, we're not going there.
There's an idea. No. Probably a haunted hotel or something.
Or
I think that would be
Shane's Bridge.
Shane's Bridge.
Oh
yeah, Shane's
it belongs
Bridge.
to Shane
Sorry.
now. It's not
Gonna tell stories about Shane.
Yeah, be like Shane was on this bridge, calling people out.
Shane and Ryan.
Ryan. I imagine Ryan.
Yeah.
It's Ryan's bridge.
Well, we got a Ryan's Bridge over here now too. They were claiming it.
I think Aiden claimed it more than the rest of us. It's Aiden's bridge now.
It's Aiden's bridge.
It's Aiden's bridge because he tossed the salt into the forest. He's gonna be salty about that.
Got him.
This bitch empty.
Yeet. Yeah, it was fairly uneventful. Like as far as sightings of the donkey lady, I didn't see anything. Yeah. We saw bunnies.
Cute little bunny.
That was about it.
Little baby bunny.
Yeah.
We saw Aiden's back muscles.
So basically, by the end of that, we have walked like 6 miles. And then I never exercised again. After that, I was like, nope, that's enough exercise for one day. So, if you guys want, you guys can always check out the Donkey Ladies for Donkey Ladies. check out the Donkey Ladies. Check out something else.
But check out the Donkey Lady Bridge in San Antonio. Check out to see if, unfortunately, I think now you are unable to park your car on the bridge. But you can walk the bridge, walk the trails. I don't recommend walking the trails though. Unless you are physically fit and wearing the right shoes.
You like hiking and the weather is
weather is permitted and it's not midnight. Then walk the trails that you're on.
Maybe you run into her at midnight.
She's on her jog. Like,
yeah,
hey guys.
That's her nightly jog.
Yeah, she's got
a very tight schedule.
Man.
You know. She's got to stay fit to chase after the people and stuff. Beat up the cars, you know.
Yeah, that's her workout, man.
She's going full on Rocky Balboa. Yeah,
it's training. But that is all that we have for you guys. So peace out from the Spooky Dookies. Peace out from Sailor, and we'll see you guys next time. Back to you.